February 6, 2022. Now, there's two commercials back to back. One is about American Eagle being some website company, and they show some guy who discovered some kind of way to increase this web speed, but he's got some unfair advantage. Now, is that like a disclaimer and an acknowledgement of like they already knew that there was a problem? Just curious because it gets confusing. And then it goes right into something called a USAA, which also has an eagle, but in that piece, it does not, it makes reference to something called, it goes from USAA, it doesn't say what it is, it just says that it's there for officers in something called a military, but it does not describe what qualifies as officers, because that word gets used in the general public, which does not look like these officers, and then that word military gets really confusing, and then it says it's all military, which gets confusing.
At AmericanEagle.com, we've created some of the most complex yet efficient websites. That's because of an unfair advantage. Siraj, our speed guy, he took on a rescue mission for a major retailer's e-commerce site and found over 100 ways to shave load time. In fact, just now, he saved another 80 milliseconds.
Now, we're not supposed to share clock or calendar, and there's some kind of network system being shared. Don't know why, don't know who's responsible, but it is causing very real problems. So I don't know if that's what this intimates into, but like message received that you know it exists. What I don't understand is why it's gotten worse.
For web development, digital marketing, strategy, and more, talk to AmericanEagle.com. Don't just grow, soar.
At USAA, we've been called too exclusive, and we were created for officers. But as we've evolved with the military, we've grown to serve all with honor.
So it was created to be exclusive, but now it's grown to include all. Except it leaves out the people who are left at couch potato position, because I wouldn't even know how to get into a career field or an introduction into something like this since I arrived in 1978, so I'm not quite sure where the pushing of the allowance was on this now that they're all inclusive and no longer exclusive, but they're excluding very real candidates that could have been better.
Honorably served, no matter their rank or when they were in. A Marine just out of boot camp, or a petty officer from 73, and even his kids and their kids. USAA is made for all who honorably served and their eligible family members. Are we still exclusive? Absolutely. And that's exactly why you should join.
That's
Now, is exclusive, how does that differ from this other, like, really nasty word that I hear the BLK and the BLM movement use called discriminatory? What's the difference between exclusivity and discriminatory practice and behavior? I'm just curious. Being that I never got anywhere in life, and I know it's one or the other, but in some reverse way from the way that they've told it to themselves in public media during my life frame in the state of New York. It's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza. It's Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxy is broken, and it's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361.